Do you like using tools and building things? Does the idea of working at a desk job make you want to climb the walls? Then you have a lot in common with the women you are about to meet. They are all members of local unions in the Pacific Northwest Regional Council of Carpenters and the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of America. For decades, the door that kept women out of the construction trades was locked. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 provided the key. The door was finally opened in 1978 when an executive order established goals for women on construction jobs. These women stepped across the threshold. Here are their stories.
Okay, well, I got into construction, started doing handyman stuff with my dad is what I actually started doing. Being a pile buck is the best, better than all the trades. You get to be out on the water, you get to be in land, you get to be in boats, on the rigs, do everything that there's all the other unions for. We do it all. We lay concrete, we build, we destroy, we set pile. It's one of the best jobs, I think, that's out there.
When I was a nurse, I was making very minimal money, and now I'm making enough I just put an offer in on a house. So I'm looking forward to that, and my son is special needs, so there's a lot of medical involved, and I don't have to pay out of pocket much for that anymore.
All my training is free. I can learn how to weld. I can specialize in other various disciplines within the construction trade, and it's all paid for.
I live paycheck to paycheck, trying to raise my child and living not in a very good part of town. And I had an offer that the Carpenters Union was looking for women to build bridges up on Mount St. Helens. So I thought, hey, you know, I grew up on a farm, I knew hard work. I built a couple of tree houses. I was good to go. So I went and applied for, filled out the forms and stuff for being an apprentice, and about 4 months later, I got a call on a Friday, asked if I could go to work on a Monday. Couldn't even give my job or anything like that a 2-week notice. I said, yes.
I'm here to make a better life for my son, and to do the work that I enjoy doing every day instead of dreading going to work every day. I love building things with my hands and putting things together and driving down the street saying, ooh, look, I built that.
I graduated in 2001 and was making $8.50 an hour at a thrift shop. But I had already traveled all over the world as a college student and traveled outside the U.S. And I know that we have it pretty good here when it comes to construction and safety in the trades, because there's no way you can get really hurt out here if you keep your mind in it and you're, you know, if you're a sports-oriented person, like I was in high school, it's easier to think of how you're going to manipulate your body to do these different tasks, and you can withstand the 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours a day, sometimes better than the older guys can. I'm 30 years old, and a lot of the guys starting out are young, you know, and by the time they're like 24 years old, they own their own homes and their cars and their families, and they have their life started at 24, whereas people who get out of 4-year college sometimes don't have all those things settled yet in life, and they're still growing up in a way in the real world. But these guys that are 18 years old, and women are 18 years old coming into the trades, really have an advantage over the liberal arts degrees.
I think any woman can do it if they apply themselves, if that's something that they want to do, you know, and they can really apply themselves to doing it.
But being a member of this community is so enriching to me, and every day I feel proud to go to work. I feel proud when I come home and my children know how hard I work and what I do. They're proud to tell their friends, and it's been a wonderful thing for me.
One time I was reading our local paper, and there was a letter to the editor about women in the construction trades. And it was negative. It was about that women should not be in the trades. They're not physical enough to do it. They should be home raising their kids. Well, it went on and said a few other things, and this was in our local paper. And so I decided to write a rebuttal to this letter. And I had explained to him that women can do it. Not all women can, but not all men can do it either. And at the end of it, I told him to meet me at the local 1707, and I'd arm wrestle him.
I think that women can do this work if they want to. It is physically challenging, but if they have the desire to do it, it can be done. And I firmly believe that there should be more women in this organization. I'm a 7th period apprentice, and I came into the millwrights to try to replace an income in the maritime industry that I had when I left that career. Carpenters Union gives me an opportunity to work on these wind turbines in our concentration on green environment these days. For me, this is the best job I've had. You know, I travel quite a bit to different jobs and enjoy the outdoors, and as you can see, this is a beautiful environment that we get to work in. The view from these towers at 310 feet in the sky is absolutely tremendous. I would say of all the jobs I've had in the oil refineries, the paper mills, this is perhaps the most enjoyable for me.
Being a black female in the trade has really showed me that how strong I am. I mean, there's nothing I haven't been able to uphold or pick up. When the guys pick up 3 18-footer 2x4s, I'm there picking the same up. So it's my drive, my determination, but it's possible for anyone, long as you have that will to want to do better or to want to be in this trade, because it can lead you in so many different directions. And I myself don't feel that there's no barriers or no walls that I can't knock down or climb. So that is my rule on that.
It's a physically demanding job, and I loved every minute of that. I loved working outside. I didn't care what the weather was like. I wanted to have the sky over my head. Working with fellow carpenters is another family. I have a lot of more brothers and sisters now than I ever had before.
I work out a local 2396 pile drivers, and I love working construction. It's pays well. It's really good hands-on experience, and being a woman in the trade, I get a lot of compliments because I'm willing to learn. I want to learn. I want to be a part of a world that many don't believe that women can do.
The door remains open for you. Please explore the career opportunities available and join us as a sister in the Brotherhood. Build your future while you build your community.